I don't feel like there's enough of the screen shown. So let's say that I were to... All right. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Okay, so let's say that I were to maybe take the webcam. And let's just move this. No. Can I just, yeah, okay, so. Wow, why doesn't this? Okay, it's 12:49. Let's go to 10:49. Whoa. Okay, 14:49. So we're gonna be chopping. We're gonna be doing like 200 extra pixels. Happy Friday, Darren. So that means that I can, within the webcam. Nope. Within the webcam, I can transform, edit transformation, and I just need to chop like 100 off the left and 100 off the right. And I also need to move it over 100. Whoa. What the heck? What the heck? Reset? No! Okay. I was on the wrong thing. Okay, let's try this again. The webcam. Let's edit the transformation. The position and the cropping. So I'm going to take 100 off. What is this? $200 off both sides? Why? I don't understand what's happening here. Okay. 230, 220, 25. It's kind of entertaining in its own right. Shut up, Can't. Nobody asked you. Okay, done. All right, let's see here. So, hey, Alpha. All right, that's good. Now let's see if we can reduce chat because they're being rude to me. All right. Let's say that I were to just like scale it down. All right. Yeah, that's probably all right. So then if I drop this down, okay. Now what I can do is there's like a transformation thing. I can edit the transform and there's a crop. So the top of the crop, I could go, whoa. Let's go 400. Yeah, perfect. And then the top crop is going to be, crop top is going to be that. So yeah, chat, you got a little smaller. Still usable though. Okay, so chat box, I'm gonna lock that again. Now the last thing I have to do is make the width of my screen much larger. So what I could just do is, so the width instead of being 400 will be 6. Why does it do that? Clearly it's not moving by 100. I think it's been transformed is the problem. Let's reset the transformation. Okay. Now we transform by going to like 35, 35, I think. Okay, that's fine. I'll adjust it in a second. And then we can, the width is going to be like 1,000. Say 1,200. Say 1,400. That's a little close. 1,375. Okay, that's close. And then the height, 800 maybe? Ooh, not a bad guess. 850. 840. 845. Okay, close enough. So positions 35, 35. Now let's take the main screen here. Let's reset the transformation. Yikes. Okay. Let's undo that actually. We don't want to. Somehow ended up on the bottom bar. Okay, so for the main screen, this is just going to take some like playing around with it. So to window and manual. The right crop can go down, so let's go 18. Let's go 14. Let's go 16. Ooh, there we go. Okay, good. And the bottom is pretty good. Let's go, let's say 650. Not quite right. It's close though. We just need to move it a bit. Okay. I really hope Jenna's not watching. She's just cringing. Okay, so if I were to do what I just did there. Now, this is the edge right there, which is, that gives me a little bit extra. And yeah, that feels a little better. That feels a little better. Feels a little better. Wow, yeah, it's really only like, I have such a large new monitor that it's really only taken up like a quarter of the screen. Like that's where my coding area is. That's okay. Humble brag. I got an LG 5K. So we have all of this. It's very cool. So what I want to do now is turn this into, so this is a MobX-State-Tree, basically an extension. I have not got the new M1 yet, but I did order it, the M1 Max. So it's on the way. Alpha. Oh, I need to tell people on Twitter that I'm streaming. Okay. There. Oh, hey, I should just ask you folks to retweet it. There you go. Feel free to retweet it if you want. All right, so let's say that you have a post store. So you have a bunch of like posts, right? I don't know. Do we call these generally post store instead of posts store? I don't know. But we have essentially this idea of like having a cache. Retweet. Thank you, Gant. Appreciate. I do. I really appreciate it. Then let's say you have other references and you really want all of these to just be references, but then backed by more or less a cache. Now, I think cache is a bad idea. I need some help from chat. I think naming it cache doesn't really capture. It's more like it's a pool of entities or something like that. Like, could we call it a pool? With pool. Add all to pool. Like, yeah, let's say that we just did like with pool, right? I'm just gonna try this on for size. You tell me. It's essentially a store. It's a list of entities, and why are you complaining? With pools there. Oops. Nope. With cache. Like with pool. All right, so I need other ideas though. I need more ideas for sure. Because cache, pool, I don't know if pool is the right one. So this will be pool GC. Store.pool. Okay. Stockpile, reserve, arsenal. See, you're in the right direction there, Gant. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Why didn't it pick up on that? That's weird. Okay, there we go. Like, pool kind of makes sense, I guess. Words are hard. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I don't know. I need a good name for this. Gant, you're usually really good at naming stuff. You're usually awesome at naming stuff. So it's essentially like you have this, yeah, it's like a pool of entities, and then as you're adding stuff, you add it to the pool, but then you can just throw references over to it. When the last reference is gone, the GC will collect it from the pool. Derek's Grand Adventure. You like that? Yeah, it's good. I like it. Because if I don't run the GC here, this is the cool part about it, right? It shows this hello now Jamin thing, which it starts out as hello world, and then as we kind of like set things, right, it adds it to the pool. So if I like went to the store, what pool GC? Come on. Why is this thing? I might have to reload the whole thing. I'll do that. I have a feeling, Derek, that life itself is your grand adventure. Software, we love saying stack, but that's an overused term. Okay. It's not actually stored as a stack. It's an array, I guess. So it would not be a stack. Ruby would have you name it something cool like castle. The armory. You know, pool doesn't sound that bad. It doesn't. What if we called this library a reference pool? Life itself is truly my grand adventure. I get that feeling. I get that feeling, and I've told you this before. I feel like, you see life in more colors than the rest of us. So reference pool. Or just pool. I'm okay with pool. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we are going to open up terminal. And we are going to, I'm going to show you how to build a new JavaScript library. Specifically one with, so I'm going to actually, all right, so MST reference pool. It sounds a little funky. It's all right. It's all right. We could call it a ref pool, but I think ref has a different connotation in. So let's go to MST reference pool. Yarn. npx tsc init. So TypeScript, right? My bad. Dash init. Okay. And then yarn init. Actually, is there a way to yarn init with TypeScript? What's the dash Y? Auto-populates newly generated. Oh, I see. Yeah, we don't want dash Y. Okay, so MST reference pool. Okay. Iron Edith. Thanks for the follow. That is a cool name. Iron Edith. 0.0.1. MobX-State-Tree extension to create reference pools. Let me make sure that reference pool isn't like reference pool. Oh, I forgot to do something. Hold on. I need like a script that gets everything ready for for like streaming. Okay, there we go. So, reference pool. I just want to see like what does reference pool look like in programming? Chia pool operations for pool operators. So it's just it's a reference that talks about pools. Okay, that it doesn't seem like there's a connotation there. So I just want to make sure I'm not like, oh hey, why'd you call it a reference pool? It's not a reference pool, you know. I did my best Gant voice there. I kid. All right, so. I don't know, I guess. Index.js. Sure. GitHub.com, infinite red, MST reference pool. Jamin Holmgren. Of course, MIT. False, not private. Okay. I need the git ignore. So what we're looking for here is I guess React. Oh. What? Have these not been updated in years? Really? Alright, well, we'll just do it ourselves. Git init. Cat. Let's see here. Echo node modules into .gitignore. GS. Okay, we have a package. We have a TS config. Let's open up this in code. What would be cool is if I could have it like automatically switch between screens when I like when I move my mouse, you know? That'd be kind of cool. Oh well. All right. I'm gonna make a source folder. Let's look at our TS config for a second. Holy cow. Okay. Yes, 7 decorators. Don't know if we're gonna need that. Inline source map. Do you all recommend an inline source map? I don't know. Like, I guess some of this stuff I'm... TypeScript files instead of source locations. Let's go to the top here. So incremental compilation, why not? Target ES5, I don't think so. I think 2015 or something or more makes sense. Will that be a problem though if we're... we can probably target ES5 for now. So, I don't know which one to use, to be honest. CommonJS is what I use for node libraries, but this isn't necessarily going to be a node library. So which module should I... So let's see here. TypeScript, module. Actually, let's just go look at MobX-State-Tree and see what that's set to. Because I think that's going to be something that really kind of gives us... So the target's ES5, okay, sure. Module is ES 2015, okay, we can do that. Library files to be included. ES6. Okay. All right. Let's do that. Allow JS no. Check JS no. JSX no. Declaration. Why would we not generate a declaration file? Yeah, they've got one here, so let's do that. Declaration map. Source map. Sure, why not? Out file. We do want this, so this is going to go to the index.js. Right? In this here. No outdir. Root directory of input files. Probably don't necessarily need that because later we're gonna, what's composite? Project compilation. What is composite true? Remove comments false, module resolution node. I'm gonna leave strict on for this one. And I am gonna add on no implicit any for now. Strict null checks for now. Strict function types for now. If I need to turn stuff off, I will. Let's just leave all the stricts on and then I'll turn things off as I need to. Probably gonna need to, let's be honest. All right. Okay, no unused locals. No unused parameters. No implicit returns. Okay, sure. No follow through case. Okay, then module resolution node or classic. It'd be nice to know what the default was. All right, let's leave it as node. All right. Base directory resolve non-absolute module names. Not gonna worry about that. Paths. Root folders whose combined content represents the structure of the project at I'm gonna go into like the package here itself and see what they have. So like MobX-State-Tree here and tsconfig extends and then the outdir and the files. Okay, the files is the big one, which I'm not even seeing. Why is files not even in the tsconfig? Don't need the types, should be built in. Type roots, root dirs. Okay, sure. I guess. Source. Whoops, can't do the single quotes. This is Jason. Okay, in here I'm gonna go only AMD and system modules are okay, so we need like outdir if we want that. No, I don't want outdir. Okay, well then what is AMD and UMD? Which one should we be using? This is an old article. This is an old article. I don't want this one. ESM is the best module format. Okay. So which one is ESM? Okay, let's do this. TypeScript. I'm learning things here. This is interesting. So we have CommonJS, AMD. Don't need that probably. UMD. ES 2015 module ESM. Okay. So if we use ESM though, it's saying that only AMD and system are, so instead of out file, so we can't use out file. Okay. So what's out? How about outdir? Let's do like build here. Let's try that. Okay, so stop complaining. All right. Yarn add -d TypeScript. Yarn tsc -p. Oh yeah, that's right. We have to include DOM, I guess, which seems a little weird. What does what's in the lib for MobX-State-Tree? Go back to the base, of course. Just CS6. I'm actually gonna see. I'm gonna see what options there are. Types node. Oh, okay, I can do that. But we're not doing node though. We're not doing node though. Just add DOM. All right. Okay. Not like super fond of that, but okay. So let's try running it again here. Yarn tsc-p dot. Oh, and then we need to like echo build into git ignore. Okay, so we have our build folder, and in there we have our index.js, all this stuff. It's doing all this stuff. Okay, and then there's a map, blah, blah, blah. And then we could have in here package JSON. We could have the main be build index.js. Why do I feel like I'm setting this up wrong? By the way, my COVID test is negative. You send this over to Jed. We're doing an on-site, so we're taking COVID tests before we head over there. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just have this weird feeling like I'm doing this wrong. You know, like this shouldn't be built this way, etc. I mean, I guess what I could do is be like, okay, you know, I'm gonna export function. Okay, GitHub Copilot, quit being creepy. In here, I'm gonna say scripts. Build. Look at this. It's so creepy. GitHub Copilot is so creepy. Okay. So build system. All right. Okay, so okay, this is weird. This is weird. I get it. But let's do this. So what do I have here? I have a bunch of apps. I'm gonna use, so this has to be like, man, I need some way to test this on a website and make sure it works. I guess I could just test it and make sure it works on React Native. So if I just go to, I guess the Chain React app 2022, and I yarn add this, okay? How's everybody's week gone so far? Having good a week? Okay, so I made this here, which is basically like a local version of a npm package. And you know, that's basically a David Fabian. Okay, thanks for the follow. Is that, it must be okay as in Oklahoma or something. Thanks for hanging out with us, David. Cocoa Pods. Why is it saying doing Cocoa Pods? All right. Oh, this, yeah, no, this should work. This should work. Let's yarn start here. And then within here, I want to see if this works. So let's go to our models. And I'm just gonna, by the way, just returns. Okay, so get hello. So I'm gonna go to like the welcome screen here. And I'm gonna import from, okay, now I actually don't know how to, what is it? MST, yeah, reference pool, okay, cool. Let's see what gets him. Get hello. Does that come in? All right. So then later. Let's add some text. Text that's preset equals subheader. Text equals get hello. Sure. Okay, so what does it say get hello will do? It doesn't seem to like it. It's not like pulling it in and saying, oh, this is what you're getting. Okay, let's just open up iOS Simulator. Oh, wow. Got to install some stuff for Xcode build, of course. Yeah, what I really want to see is this get hello return the string. The problem is it doesn't seem to like that very much. Could not find a declaration file as an any type. So I thought that DTS file would be included. Oh, I wonder if I need files. And it actually pulled in build right there, so that's good. All right, well, that's, I think, what I needed. So, yarn pack. Okay, and then I just need to add that again. Everything's being a little slow today. That's okay, it's Friday. Okay. We'll let that do its thing. Some of the stuff with like Expo just feels like it's doing a little extra work. All of these, you know, like why is it adding all this stuff, you know? Yeah, there's our fun. Okay. Okay. Patience. I don't know what enable project. What is composite true anyway? Let's go look this up. I'm curious. I'm actually wondering if this incremental compilation is not a great idea. I'm going to turn that off. So composite true. Let's go look this up. tsconfig composite true. The directory is the root of a TypeScript. Okay, yeah. Forces certain constraints which make it possible for build tools, including TypeScript itself, to quickly determine if a project has been built yet. Okay, interesting. TypeScript projects. Okay. You have source, test, converter, units. From converter. Import the test files, yeah. Test and source at the same time. Without having source appear in the folder name, which you probably don't want. Hey, Willow15. How you doing this morning? Okay, let's see if this actually... Could not find a declaration file. Really? Well, let's see if it works at all. Okay. Hey, looky here. That says hello right there. So it is working. The TypeScript types are not working. For whatever reason. Don't know why. But it is getting hello. So it has an any type. There's no... So let's look at the node modules here. We're going to MST. We're going to dig in here a little bit. So HIJKLM MST reference pool. Here we go. Build. Why is source in here? That should not be in there, I don't think. Index.js.map. But the map is not included. Even though it exists. So we need to make sure. See, look, files right here is... It's there. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look inside of that pack file right there. Build. Yeah, the source map's in there. So it's not so there's something with Yarn. It's not like Yarn is not installing source map files. How are you doing? Morning here. It's already almost 3 p.m. Well, it's late morning here. It's almost 11. Yarn source map not showing up in node modules. So why would yarn add not copy over the source map? Because like the files is set to build. Oh, do I need to specify source map in the package JSON? So package JSON specify source map file. This looks really old. No. Could do inline source maps, but the other question I have is why did the source file make it in here too? Can a Brazilian guy join the Infinite Red team? Right now we're only hiring from the US and Canada. That could change someday, but that is what's going on right now. Yeah, I mean, like, there's some great developers in Brazil. There are some really good ones. And I kind of hate, you know, saying no, you know what I mean? Because y'all are great, but... By the way, why is this not showing up? Nothing's showing up here. Let's try this again. Okay. Oops. Yeah, what the heck? Expo dev tools are not showing up at all. Well, let's upgrade npm install -g expo at CLI at latest. Yeah, you understand, yeah. I mean, you know, it's yeah, it's unfortunate because, like, there's some really good developers, like I said. So we're getting the reference. So when I install, though, I'm getting nothing, and I don't know, it seems like there's nothing out there that's saying, hey, you know, you're not. So npm or npm install missing source maps. What's this? Source map file name? We could do inline source maps. It just seems like not a great idea. This is a Webpack thing. We're not using Webpack. So when I yarn add, it's like, nah, not going to. Not going to copy it over, you know? So why is this such a, like, hard thing to search for? npm or yarn doesn't copy over source maps from npm package. None of this stuff is relevant. None of this stuff is relevant at all. Maybe I don't need source maps. But it's not copying over the DTS files either. So like the declaration and declaration map, do I not need that? Like this, but this declaration is showing up. So like these DTS files, it has this, it's there. And by the way, when I like double click this, export it, and I go in here to this package and I go into the build, I can see the DTS file. So this is not being copied over. npm package yarn not copying over DTS declaration file. Google is just failing me right now. Does anybody have any ideas? I did not expect to get stuck on this for an hour. Whoops. No, I don't want to print. Okay, so let's see here. Package JSON source or DTS file. So types, I guess, is the big one here. Maybe I just need to add that and then we'll be good. Let's try it. Man, so creepy. Okay, let's yarn it, or yarn build it, yarn pack it. Yarn pack. And then we just have to go back here, yarn add. So we'll re-add this. It's got to go through and do all, I don't know, why has it got to do all this stuff? Ngrok. Blah, 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 blah. It's slow. That's part of the problem here. Okay, so let's say that that happens. Let's start the process of working on... Okay, so the other thing we have here is that we do need... There are some dependencies on MobX-State-Tree specifically. And MobX. Now, I could do peer dependencies. I want to go look at peer dependencies. Which versions of some of your important libraries are required? Yarn add peer. Indicate which version of it is required. Lenient. I think really just anything like 4 and up is fine. So yarn add peer MobX-State-Tree. No. I'm in the wrong folder. My bad. Okay, so, and by the way, is this still working? Let's try reloading. And we'll add that as a peer dependency. It's uploading new thing right there. Let's go back here and go to, nope, let's go to, hey, looky there. We actually got everything once I added that. Ah, that was the key. Now if I do get hello, it's a string. Okay, we got everything. That was it. I needed the types. Okay, fair enough. So now if I go to, let's see here. Yeah, and it still works, so that's good. Sweet, learned some stuff. So let's get rid of all that, and let's go to, and by the way, I need to stop that server, get reset hard. We don't need that. I should probably try it with like just a web. So let's try this. MST ref test. And let's yarn init. And let's go yarn add -d TypeScript, yarn add -d TS node, yarn add -d parcel, I guess. Oh, it is? Thanks, Kevin. My bad. There we go. Parcel. We're just going to use parcel v2. Gotta love it when you install something and it like just jams you with warnings. Touch ts config dot, or let's see here, yarn, yeah, touch ts config dot json yarn parcel. Oh, I need an entry. Touch index dot HTML. Let's open up this. So I do want to see, like, does this load up? Will it work with parcel? You know, if it does, then we've done something right. So index HTML and HTML. No, later. Okay. Okay, and head. Sure. We don't need a style sheet. Don't need bootstrap. Let's do a script. Source. Let's actually add a file here of index.ts. .ts. All right. Then we have a body. And we'll do that. And in the index.ts, we're going to say document.getElementById app dot inner HTML equals hello world. Sure. And don't know if I have to like yarn parcel index dot. Okay, let's try that. Index.html. Localhost 1234. What's it? Is it dead? Setting cannot set properties of null. Oh, that's because this needs to actually be down there. Okay. Yeah, there's our hello world. Awesome. So now we have this. Let's go into index.this and let's yarn add MobX-State-Tree, and also we're going to yarn add this package that we just added, the MST reference pool. So this is going to be our way of like testing. It's going to be much faster. All right, so let's refresh, make sure it's still good. And then within here, we're going to like create so we're going to import types from MobX-State-Tree, const my store equals types.model my store, and then in here we're gonna look at that counter types.number. Sure, why not? Okay, and then we're gonna say const my store equals my store.create counter 0. Thank you, GitHub. And then right here we're gonna go p wow, okay. GitHub is Copilot is just browser scripts cannot have imports or exports. Really? Okay, so how do we do this with parcel then? Type module. Okay, sure. Does that work? Oh, okay, good. And I forgot to put a $sign, so. There we go. Hey, it's working. Okay, so now what we need to do, and we have all this, right? So let's import from MST reference pool, and let's see here what they give us. Come on. How come this isn't working? Import get. Hello? Why is this not working? It was just working. MST reference pool, build. Yeah, see, look at this. Next.js. Is it because our TS config isn't set up properly, maybe? Get hello. Yeah, it's not picking it up because it did not add it properly. How did that not add it properly? Like, the other one just did. It just worked. Okay, so there is something different here where I'm adding this, but it is not working. It's not pulling that in. So like something screwy with this. Now our package JSON should have the types. Yep, has types right there. Let's get rid of the reference pool here. And let's yarn pack it again. And then let's yarn add it. Why? It includes the source, which I don't want. Okay. Let's go back here. Why is source being included? So tsconfig, package JSON, build index. Is it because of the source mapping? All right, let's get rid of source maps entirely. Let's just get rid of it. Let's not do a source map. And let's rebuild here. So yarn build. Oops, wrong one. Yarn build. Let's actually delete this here, and let's try this again. Okay, good. Got the build, and that just has the map now. Good. Now let's yarn. Let's remove the MST yarn build. Okay, good. And then over here on the test, we're gonna yarn add. Okay, let's yarn remove. Sorry, yarn remove. MST reference pool. And of course, all of my time here is being spent. I wonder if some of the stuff is like yarn caching. Yeah, see, look at this. Why is this a thing right now? I'm actually gonna see what's MST reference pool. Wait, where's the pack? I didn't even yarn pack it. So it's finding a file that doesn't exist? Yarn cache clear. Is it clean? Yeah, clean. Okay. This sometimes takes really long. So yarn packs there. Okay. So wait, what? Okay, I think we'll wait on that. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and while that yarn cache clean is happening, we're going to come back here and start our process of building this out. So let Going back to our code sandbox here, we have this with pool, which I'm actually going to pull in as is right here. Oops. Let's open the, so with pool TS. So we're pulling all this stuff in and we have the with pool extension basically. Export. I don't know if we have to export it, but this is a with pool extension. Okay, cool. And then it's saying undefined. Okay, if no ID, so if ID or undefined, right? Element implicitly has an any type because expression of type string can't be used on index any type. No index signature with a parameter of type string was found on type any type. Okay, so this object. What is the object? Oh, so this is something that comes in. All right. And it's an State-Tree node. So for some reason, it doesn't like that there's an... Okay, maybe we can add this now. Computed integrity doesn't match. Can I ignore that? Everything's being so helpful. It's being so helpful. All right. Okay, so now build. Okay, so it doesn't have the package and it does have the map. If I hover over this, I get the string. Sweet. So it does work now. And if I go to, for example, this and reload, I get the hello coming back. Cool. It's finally working. There were some like caching issues and things like that. So this object element explicitly has an any type because expression of type string can't be used to index type any type. State-Tree node any type. Like if I do this, does that go away? Ooh, does not like that. Type. If that, does that work? Seriously? There is no string type. Why is this thing acting like that's okay? Okay. No, that's not a thing. Okay. So, index type I-State-Tree node. Let's see if there's anything on the interwebs about this. This would be a good one too. Plus it has any type because you can use the index. String, not only property name from that. Priors, so key of type of. So where's the string in all of this anyway? So the string is that this identifier attribute is a string. Okay. So we're looking to see if this pool is finding. So essentially, by the way, this is, it was a different, yeah, so that's a different error now. So that's a good one to do. We're checking to see if it's there. Still doesn't like it, even if we like type of it. Nope. Don't think I want it to be that way. So, so the object itself is an I-State-Tree node. And we're trying to find on the object, add to pool. We're grabbing this object type, which is an I-State-Tree node, I-Any-type. State-Tree node type, I-Any-type, simple type. That's where the instance and the snapshot representation are the same. Complex type, deprecated. Any complex type. Instance, snapshot. So if we were, instead of to do this, yeah, that's not gonna work either. Okay. I'm tempted to just say any at this point. Like, screw you. Again, the ID. I get type or ID, I guess. And then we have this problem here. So I don't want to do that though. I don't want to do object as any. It feels like this should be right. Like we're adding this to the pool. We have the object type. We're passing that in. We're checking its ID. But this I-State-Tree node must be the wrong thing. Extends I-Any-type. What's this? Yeah, but like, what do I do, Gant? I don't know what to do. This thing's being very annoying. So it's telling me that this object could have keys that are not strings. No index signature with a parameter of type string was found on MobX-State-Tree node. Expression of type string can't be used to index. Can't throw stones. I start with all as any and slowly remove them. Yeah. Can't be used to index type MobX-State-Tree node. I need to go find out, like, on MobX-State-Tree, the MobX-State-Tree node, like, see what that is. See there? MobX-State-Tree node. Yeah. Well, until we can do better than this, we're going to do as any. Or potentially as simple type or something like that. Is it gonna complain about this? Any model type? But then it complains about the same thing. Even if I just say any there. Okay, as any. As any. As any. It's going to happen for now. We'll come back to this as sort of a to-do. There we go. To-do, fix any. All right, good enough. Good enough. And then we're finding, does this thing not do that? Observable array. Okay. So observable type is the store. It will be an observable array. However, can we make this a generic type? Object type. Something like that. And then we would have to pass in the object type here, right? Okay. And then what we could do... Wait, why is this thing complaining? Argument of type, object type is not assignable to parameter of type, object type. And then I could say all of this stuff up here. And then now this add to pool does not have that. Add all to pool does not have that. Ooh, that actually does clean it up quite a lot. String cannot be used to index that. Now it's actually, it's doing this in a way that is like, so the with pool store. So with pool, you have to pass in this, which may actually not work very well. You could do a TypeScript ignore, so you could come back and find it easier. I generally do TS ignore so I can add a comment. Yeah, that's true. I actually would like to figure this out. I would like to figure this out. Because if so, this essentially the problem with this right now is that it's like happening. Well, this one right here is undefined cannot be used in index. Or ID. I think that's better. We don't need this if ID thing then. Or ID. There we go. Okay. So both of these have the same problem with element is explicitly as an any type because expression cannot be used on index type. That. And it was weird because like it didn't show up anywhere for MobX-State-Tree. So it'll cast to a snapshot type. Snapshot in. Okay. Cast to snapshot. Curious if cast to snapshot would work here. Like const cast to snapshot object. This is kind of true. Or could I just cast it? Okay, interesting. So I could cast it to a snapshot, but that feels very dirty to me. By the way, I need to go into my package JSON and add prettier and say semi-false. Okay. By followers, ban, I think is now banned. Don't want to go there. All right. So this problem here is something I'd like to fix. So this no index signature with a parameter of type string was found on iState-Tree node, iAnyType. I don't think it's like a real problem, but I do think that it's something that I'd like to know the answer to. I'd like to know why it doesn't properly, you know, work. And You know what actually I'll do? I have a better idea. I don't think that's an issue. I really don't. So like this existing is object type or undefined. It still worked. So I don't have to fix the any now. Sometimes implicit any's are fine. I don't think that was worth worrying about. Now this with pool thing, I'm actually very curious to see if this is like a problem. So I'm gonna go to index here and I'm gonna say export star from with pool. And then we can get rid of this get hello because now we're, you know, we're doing our thing. So, so yarn remove MST reference pool, yarn cache clean. And then over here, I'm going to do yarn, I'm going to remove the MST reference pool. I'm going to yarn build, then yarn pack. And wait, what? Cannot find name async generator. That is not. So, oh, we need to not check libraries, I think, is the thing we need to do. So skip. Skip lib. They have all of these options, but they don't have skip lib. Check ts config. Is that what we might not want that. So cannot find, so this is like a flow thing though. ES 2018. That's module, not lib. 2018 maybe? Let's try that. If that fixes it, then that's great. I don't have to add skip lib check. Okay, that worked. Okay, so yarn pack. And now we yarn add that. And we do need to remove our yarn.lock, yarn add. We're making progress here. This has been fun, actually. So essentially what we're doing for the people that are just tuning in, we're working on a MobX-State-Tree library called the MST reference pool. And we are adding it to this little parcel app that I have, like extreme tiny here. Where is it? Right there. So it's adding it, don't worry. Oh, and we don't want get hello. We want, I'm hoping that it'll add it and we can do with, see, look at there, with pool. Okay, cool. So with pool exists. Now, if I go here and I say dot extend with pool, and then I have to do don't want type of. So right here we need to go, I need to add a bunch of stuff here. So let's go back to this here. Let's go to our post store. and no, post. We have all this stuff, right? So I need to have another type, and I'm just gonna do it like so. Const, sure, to do, it's fine. ID is types identifier, and then title, sure, and let's do that. And then we're gonna go. All of our like post stuff here is gonna be to do instead. Okay, this should be to do model. Oops. We're gonna drop that in there. We need to, of course, import our snapshot and blah, blah, blah. So now I can just take our to do, drop that in. Why is this thing acting strange? We do need a pool. So let me go pool of types. Whoa. I don't know what it's trying to do there, but that's kind of cool. So types.array to do model. So having some problems with types here, but let's just see what this is trying to do. Okay. Let's try running this again here. Unexpected token. Wait, what? Unexpected token. Expected this. Okay. So that's the problem with the with pool thing here. Is that we can't pass in, we can't make it a generic. Like, if I did that, so I don't want this. Why is that being used as a value? Okay, this means that let's see here. Like I could probably make a okay. How about this? Build with pool. Okay, let's do this. Or I could go to do model here. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting. Okay, so and then there's that. Okay, so let's grab like a build. Let's try a build with model. So we're gonna do kind of a builder. So we're gonna have like export function build with pool model MobX-State-Tree node. Okay, and then we can return with pool, and we can say instance of how does that work again? Type of instance type of, yeah. So I can say instance type of model and what? So it's expecting that parenthesis there. So return. I'm wondering if I could provide. So with pool, we'll take the store. Okay. Okay, I can import that. So this thing returns. Does it know what it returns? It might have inferred it. Sure seems like it does. Okay, so build with pool. So, okay, there's that. We can pass in all of this. Wow, this is some real tricky crap. Okay, so let's go yarn build, yarn pack. And then we're going to yarn add. And this might complain because the yarn lock is saying, hey, you got something. Okay. Did that actually work? Oh, I haven't even... Yarn parcel. What's it complain about? Build a pool. Okay, so let's why is this not working? Okay, so I'll just do the yarn cache clean, yarn remove MST reference pool, yarn add the MST reference pool. Another thing I could do is just do like increment the version number every time I build. It's probably gonna be like slightly easier. So, yeah, I mean, so I'd go like 0.1 or 0.0, 0.0, 0.1, 0.0, 0.2. I just have to update that. Shetbook, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. On Twitch. This is going to complain about the integrity check here. Probably. Nope, it did not. All right, let's refresh. Oops. Yarn parcel index. Yeah, hello is not defined. Okay, that's fine. Let's get rid of it. It's just too... Oh, I have to do, let's see here. Get rid of get hello. But I have to, let's see. This needs to be, build with pool needs to be, it'll extend. It needs to, well, why doesn't that work actually? Because it's like store, build with pool, you get a model, and that is that. I model type has no properties in, oh, it needs to be a model type. I already have one of those. Okay. So what is the problem here? And I have to pass in I guess. I have model type, props, others. Extends model properties, okay. Can I just have like any model type? Yeah, okay. Let's just do this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Any model. Don't need that. Don't need that. And essentially, now I need to go through all the rigmarole again. Okay, so let's try this again. Yarn, cache, clean, and yarn, remove, MST, reference, pool. Over here, I'm going to go yarn build, yarn pack. Read this tarball. Then I'll yarn add here. This is pretty fun so far. I don't know if you all are following along, but which is fine. Let's just add this back in. But yeah, we're getting the types right, and we're getting it close, so we can add this like thing here. So parcel encountered errors. What's it complaining about? Okay. Just had to restart parcel. Yeah, okay, it's there now. Good. So, excuse me. The build with pool seems to be happening here. Now, let's say I were to just extend. I could actually then. The build with pool could just become with pool. So this then becomes pool, types array, to-do model. By the way, if I don't have the pool, does it complain? Haha, property pool is missing. That's really cool, actually. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. So it's telling me I need this pool. And by the way, if I did, let's say types.string, right? It's still going to complain. You know, it's not the right type. It should be IObservable array, right? And if I did types.string, it also whines that this is not okay. So you have to put in the right pool. Okay, that's cool. So that's great. Then it's here actions, store, and right here, let's say I have and let's say we're just gonna go with like to-dos will be an array of references, right? We're also going to have current to-do, which will be a types.reference. Okay. And we're going to say add to-do. So this store.pool.push, it really should be add to pool. Title, I guess. Const new to do, right? I think. And then we would say store.todos.push. And then if I have add or remove to do, it does the remove from pool, but we don't need remove from pool. That's amazing. Store dot pool GC. And here's where we need to add all of our references. So this would be like GC, right? So we're just gonna say store.gc. No. Oh, it doesn't like that. Let's do this. Whoops, don't need that, don't need that. Okay, so store.pool GC, and now in here we need to go store.todos, store.current to-do will be the GC. So there we go, we just run the GC whenever we remove. So in this, now we need to say like, so we'll go like my store. Yeah, sure. Why is this? It's totally like writing my code for me. The pool length. We're gonna have the current to do. We're gonna have like to-do length, right? Let's get rid of that. So now let's go through all this and add some stuff. So my store dot add to-do hello. We do need, oh, by the way, these to-dos don't just need a title, but we also need the ID. We're just gonna make that the title, right? Okay, so my store dot, oh, we need to set the current to do, which will be it could be this to do, or it could be its own like I kind of actually like the, we pass in so we pass in the to do, right? Clear current to do. Jeez, this is so, I don't know. GitHub Copilot is amazing. Clear current to do. Okay, so, oops, no, we don't want that. So my store dot set current to do to the, I guess, world. My store dot remove to do will be the first one. So it's only being like set to that. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens here. What's it complaining about? Counter to my, okay. So we don't want the counter. Whoops. We need types dot maybe, right? There, is that what we need? Okay, yeah. So the to-do length, we have one to-do, there's a current length of hello, and we have a pool length of 2. But let's say that we did not set the current to-do, right? Oh, and yeah. Need this question mark there. No to-do, and we have one. And by the way, it got rid of the other thing, so the GC is working. This is totally working already. So one thing I don't want to do is called it build with pool. We could call it with reference pool. I like that. So let's go back to this, and we're gonna call this with reference pool. Then we're gonna start documenting this whole thing, but we're basically there. This is exciting. And by the way, we do need to write a bunch of tests, so we're gonna be doing that too. Am I right, Derek? So we have with reference pool. T Holly or Tholly or T Hall EE. Thanks for the follow. We're working on a cool thing called a reference pool. Needs test. Yes, totally. So let's go look at let's look at jest. Or should we do, oh, it's Emil. Hey Emil, how you doing? Should we use jest on this, or should we use something else? Something fun. We'll probably use jest. Okay, let's do this. By the way, this is Emil, this is coming along really well. I'm excited. We had some like TypeScript stuff that I had to do, but so let me actually go back here. Yarn remove. Let's hear yarn cache. That stuff. Just relaxing after a week's worth. Yeah, you have a good week. Let's yarn build. Yarn pack. Yarn add. The demo there? Yeah. It's pretty sick. So it's screwed up right now, but you would just extend with a reference pool. You have to give it a pool. Wait a minute here. Can we move the pool into... Now that we know that... Ooh, we might be able to do this. People. This is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. By the way, what the heck? Can I do this? Not to do model. It's an object type. Oh, might not be able to do this. Let me, oh, I know what I could do. I could go store dot props. Holy crap, it just auto-completed the whole thing for me. Does not exist on this type. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Let me back this up. So instead of model, we're gonna do const reference model equals no. It does have to be the store, but why is the store not... Why is this store not working? So it's an State-Tree node. Oh, it's because the... Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's not... It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Okay. I was getting excited for a second. I thought I could maybe like drop in, like I could like put in the pool itself right there, but I don't have access to the model. Maybe I could pass in like the model, something like that. Why is this thing complaining? Don't need that, I don't think, but I do want any model type. That kind of worked. And then I can do that. Okay, that kind of worked, actually. That did kind of work. So if that's the case, then I don't... So what I can do is, let's see here, yarn build, and then yarn pack. And it's boy, is it hard to explain what I'm doing right now. It's really hard to explain. I'm sorry, folks, but it's kind of working. So like, basically I didn't want you to have to, in your app, put a pool. I didn't want you to have to go like, hey, pool, blah, 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 types dot array, blah, blah, blah. Because like this with reference pool should be able to add the pool itself. And it appears that we're kind of making that happen. So this pool here is the with pool store thing that's happening right here. Oh, no. My bad. If I do this, does it break it? Instead of properties, is it props? Yeah, it's not adding that prop. Well, you know what? We could do this. Pretend like it has a pool already, and then just add it. And let's see if it works. We're doing it a little bit wonky, but let's remove that, and then I'm going to yarn build, yarn pack, yarn add. And then essentially what we're going to be doing here is like, let me just explain. Okay, so this with reference pool gets a model, right? Then we know that we're getting a store that will have, it'll be a pool store. And we're going to say with pool, and we have the store and the model that we're passing through. So this with pool gets the store, it gets the model, and it adds the model to the pool. And it is like a prop. I think props is the right. It could be properties. MobX-State-Tree extensions. Where's extensions? Okay. Extend. So there's like actions. Sure doesn't give us very much here, does it? We have to check and see if this even works. So, if this worked, then we should see it. Let me get rid of this here. Don't need extra stuff working. No. Okay. With reference pool to do model. Okay, yeah, it's still complaining about that. Let's see if it works though. Because if it works, I could probably take care of that problem right there. Actions, views, and state. Props. It does not like props. Okay. So we cannot do that. Fair enough. And now I'm going to actually move toward... so this pool does need to be dropped in. Okay, fine. It's too bad, because if we could pass in the props, that'd be pretty cool. All right, but at least TypeScript will tell it, hey, you know, hey, you need this, you know. So so that the pool prop needs to come in. All right, so let's go ahead and build some tests before we get too far into this. So we need to add so yarn add. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go. Here, echo store. Is there anything else we need to echo star.tgz? Mostly working. And then, so the next thing I need to do is, let's see here. Okay, so the next thing we need to do here is, let's run through this stuff. So let's yarn add just, yarn add dash d just. All right. Don't care about coverage. Just run jest. And then we can go into our here. So we can say in our source file, we can say with pool test dot or with pool dot test dot ts, I think. Yeah. And so here we will simply import with reference pool from that. And then we will go const. Actually, we could pretty much pull all the same stuff that we had in our other thing here. This my store, all this stuff, you know. And do all this stuff. So we need to import types. Oh, you know what? I need to yarn add dash d MobX-State-Tree to the development side of it. Oh, and the other thing is our pure dependencies should probably be looser. So like MobX4 and MobX-State-Tree. What's the loosest? And MobX. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like 3, I guess. If these peer dependencies are problematic, it just means like have MobX, right? Okay. So okay. So now I can come back here, import my types. and instance. And this with reference pool is coming in from there. So this is saying that, of course, we need the pool, right? So, okay, pool types.array and to do model. Okay. And then we also have our GC, which we're passing in all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. All these things. And then what we would do is we would add a couple things here, and then we will say test. So we gotta actually, yeah. All this stuff, it goes in the test. So test. No. Let's see here. I think I need to add just tests. Or I mean, let's see here. TypeScript. What? TS jest. Okay, that's what I want. Yarn add dash D TS jest. Okay, that's what I want. I don't want to transpile. So yarn test should actually run TS jest. So okay, maybe I don't want TS jest. I don't want Babel. I think I want TS jest. So let's go take a look at that. So you need jest and TypeScript. That's fine. TS jest, and we also need types jest. Okay, so yarn add dash D types jest. Okay. npx TS jest config init. All right, sure. Now I can just run yarn jest. Okay, so yarn test here. Oops. Yarn test. It should fail because I didn't write this properly, but that's okay. Well, okay, passed. Oh, because I don't have any actual tests. Okay, so and then I always forget like the syntax here. So trying to get rid of some of this stuff here. So just so expect. Okay, so let's just do the expect syntax. So expect my store dot to do's length to be 0. Pool length to be 0. All right. So now we're going to add one. right? To be 1. And then we're going to add a hello world. Okay. And this will be now 2. Right? And we also have to check the, so expect my store.current to do to be undefined. Let me just drop these in. Okay. To equal that, or to be, I suppose. And we'll also just continue to check these as well. And then we need to remove a to do, which is that one. And we're going to do this. This will now be 1. So to be, now we can't, let's see here. So I'm going to const world. Okay. Let's just refer to these because I'm actually getting these back, I think. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So const hello equals my store to do. Okay. And then world will be basically the same thing. So it'll be to do's 1. All right. So to be, so world. Okay. So hello. And then we will say, we're going to remove hello, right? Hello. Okay. And then my store, and we could remove that, but let's clear current to do. And I think when we clear the current to do, we should run the GC. Actually, no, let's not run the GC. So prior to the GC, and I'll put a comment about this. Clearing the current to do doesn't run the, oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. I just can't believe this whole time. I cannot believe how good GitHub Copilot is. So the pool length is still 2. Really? Did you see what just happened there? I was like, still 2, but I just hit space and it puts still 2 right there. Is it listening to me? Still 1. To be, what's it going to be? Yeah, to be undefined. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's ridiculous. And then it's like, run the GC. How does it know that I want to do that? Run the GC. Okay. Isn't this crazy? All right, let's see. All right, still 1. You've got to be kidding me. Are you people looking at this? GitHub Copilot is writing my tests for me right now. How does it know this? Okay, what do you want to do next? Let's say Remove the remove the last to-do. Okay. And it knows that it's world. Okay, good. I did get this pool wrong because... No, it's right. Because the GC... The GC ran. It's ridiculous, Derek. It just did all of my tests for me. What do we got here? Out of bounds read 1. Oh, for some reason the world died here. This is blowing my mind. Okay, so initially the store is empty. Yeah, right? It writes your comments too, yeah. Add a to-do. By the way, what is it gonna say here? I'm not doing that, but that's funny. To do is in the store. Okay. Add another to do. It's sometimes slightly wrong. Now the store has two to-dos. Two to-dos. Set the current to-do. Current to-do is set. Remove the current to-do. Oh, no. Remove the first to-do. But still set to current to-do. In this case. The pool still has two to-dos. It knows that somehow. Run the GC. Okay. Now the pool only has one to-do. Remove the last to-do. The pool is empty. Wow. Do I need any of this stuff? If I get rid of it, does it do anything? Oh, there's the to-do thing here. It's the only thing that it's like, don't need those. So I can just get away with that. All right, this is looking good. All right, good. With pool. So this is with reference pool. I'm just gonna rename this to with reference pool. There we go. So we're just exporting with reference pool. It's a pretty straightforward thing at the end of the day. All right, now we need to do, so I've got tests, so. Added tests, cool. I need to check my calendar, hold on. I'm gonna keep rolling. I'm having fun. I need some, I need a drink though. So folks, I'm gonna go take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna grab a drink. This is definitely looking cool. So, you know, we're gonna continue working on this. GitHub Copilot is friggin' ridiculous. It's really nice. I wonder if it'll be free forever. Who knows? And yeah, I will be back fairly soon. So, hang out. See you in a bit. And I'm back. So, yeah. It's looking good. It's looking good. So now we need to create a README. MobX-State-Tree extension. Wait, can this thing actually... Come on, GitHub Copilot. You can do this. I was hoping it would, like, auto-complete it for me. Extension that allows you to use references everywhere, right? Backed by a references to a to entities everywhere, backed by an entity to instances everywhere. Okay. Think of it like a hidden types.array that you can refer to, plus a garbage collector to get rid of any they can point references to, plus a garbage collector to get rid of any instances that nothing is referencing anymore. Concept, or when would you use MST reference pool? Let's say you whenever you have a list of, or an array of objects or instances that and also have other references to those instances, MST reference pool becomes a good option. Let's look at an example. Const. Let's do like a really, I guess, to-dos. What's a cooler thing than, let's do tractors. Tractor store. types.model. So let's import types from MobX-State-Tree, right? Types.model tractor store, right? Tractors types.array tractor model. Import tractor model from tractor. Okay. All right, good. Tractors is good. It's always good. Okay, tractors. And then we also have a favorite tractor, right? Whoops, not an array. Maybe. Right. How do you do... Sometimes the emoji thing just does not pop up. It's so weird. Let's see. Instead of tractors, it'll be... let's just do current tractor. And this could be like, tractors might be a bad example actually, because the reason for that is like, it's more like for transient lists. Instead of tractor, let's just do, say an Instagram like app. So instead of tractor model, it'd be like basically like a post. This is really not as nice or not as fun, but root store, okay. Posts. So, or this would be like the feed, right? So there's a post. Feed of posts, and also an optional current post. All right. The thing with the feed is that you could scroll or refresh, and then the current post would refer to a post that is no longer in the feed. But if you make the current post into its own types.maybe post model, when that post is in view for both the feed and the current post, now you have duplicate data and identifiers. This is where MST reference pool shines. Example. Taking our Instagram-like app above, let's convert it to MST to use a reference pool. One thing I realized, we could, no, never mind. Okay, so, excuse me. MST reference pool. So we're going to have a pool types.array feed will be a types.reference so and I'm going to add here actions root, or maybe I'll just say store. Actions store. So set feed new posts store.feed equals new posts. Set current post new current new post store.current post equals new post. This causes a reference error. You might think you could make into, but when, so let's see here, extend with, so actions store. And we can drop actually this actions, these actions in there. So, okay. And I'm going to drop this down so it looks consistent. So now I can just say store, so const new, or not new posts, but posts equals, or feed, yeah, I'll say posts, equals store dot add. And what is the, now that I think about it, like what's the, is it add to pool, add all to pool, right? This returns all new posts added to the pool. This will set the feed to references to that, to the, okay. The actions store, and then I'll do the GC thing here, so. Actually, I'll add that later. I'll add that later. So. Add to pool. New post. Post. So you can see here, let's see here. The primary difference is that we now have a pool property prop that contains the posts, and everything else is just a reference to those posts. Before we set the feed, we add the new posts to the pool and then use those to establish the references. We can do with the same for a single reference. We just do store.add to pool. And by the way, we're going to need to make sure that actually add to pool and add all to pool. Yeah, okay, so because it will actually just update if it doesn't, if it already has that identifier. Garbage collection. This is great, but without garbage collection, the pool will grow unbounded. This is where the pool GC, garbage collector, comes in. Add this action to your model and pass in anywhere that these posts might have a reference. So TS dot actions store GC store dot, and what is it called again? Pool GC, I guess. Pool GC store dot feed store dot current post. Generally, you'll run the GC anytime that anytime you do a larger refresh of your data. You can certainly run it anytime you add or remove from, or let's see here, or replace items from a list or property. Or you can also, or if you want, you could just run it every so often in a background process or something like that, on a timer. We recommend mainly doing it on refreshes. So who's we? Dot actions store. So something like set feed, right? And after a refresh. I guess I could. No, that's fine. Okay. As long as these references will always point to one instance. If add all to pool or add to pool, now let's do add to pool, or add all to pool, find an existing instance, they'll run, or with the same ID, they'll run apply snapshot on that instance instead. One instance in the pool. This prevents duplicate items in your pool. As you scroll through as the user scrolls through their feed, that's where the pool GC garbage collector comes in. Add action to your model and pass it in anywhere that you pass in to pool GC any property where feed, current posts, perhaps some other store as well. Search, store, filtered posts. Or search results is a big one. Is a common one. All right. Yeah. It's up to you and what your project needs. The GC is pretty fast, but you might not need to run it after every action. So there we go. So there's that GC. Okay, so Implementing MST reference pool. Okay, so reference. With reference pool. This takes an argument, the entity type that you will be storing in your reference pool. Actually, I need to add another thing that will be like limitations. Currently, you can only have one reference pool per store. So, all right, it's designed, so if you want more than one reference pool, just make additional stores per model type. Example, types model const root store equals types.model post or feed store, which is funny. Whoops, no, this is, yeah, okay, so. Types.model root store feed store dot extend with reference pool post model, right? Pool types dot array post model feed types dot array types dot reference pool or post model. Man. So that's feed store. This is user store types. Let's just grab all this. I'll grab this one as well, and that way we'll have everything. User store, something like this. You can use pools across multiple stores. Just make sure you run the GC, or you pass all relevant references into your GC action. In those other stores, your GC action. Okay. With reference pool. So import with reference pool. So this is an MST extension that takes an argument of from MST reference pool. Okay. And then of course const root store. I feel like I'm doing this like over and over, but types.model root store pool. Post model. Okay, so types dot array, and then import types from MobX-State-Tree. Import post model from post. All right. So that allows, that's the extension. Okay, cool. So with reference pool. So add to pool. Add to pool instance. This adds to this. This is an action on your extended store that adds an instance to the pool. If an instance already exists with that identifier in the pool, it will run apply snapshot to the existing instance instead of making a duplicate. Think of it as an add or update action. It's okay to have some repetition in the README in code examples to ensure clarity for users. I agree with that for sure. So, so extend actions store. Actually, I don't need all this stuff right here. I'm just gonna go actions, add post, new post, store.add to pool, new post. It will return the MST instance that it creates or updates. Const post equals add reference to it somewhere. Store dot current post equals post. Store dot posts dot push post. Okay, that's good. All right, add all to pool instances. Adds. This is an action on your extended store that adds multiple instances to the pool. An array of, okay. snapshots. It doesn't really have to be a snapshot, but I think that's probably the easiest way because that's the most common. So pool GC list of references. This does this. This is an action on your extended store that adds, or that garbage collects instances in the pool that do not have any living references left. You need to provide any references since those could live anywhere on the tree. Yes. So let's just grab one of those GCs. Pretty much just the same thing here, right? Pool GC. I recommend creating a GC action on your store that calls this action and passes in all references. These can be single references or arrays of references. Okay, cool. I think that's it, right? This project is licensed under the MIT is copyright 2021 by Infinite Red Incorporated. And author let's see, maybe I need author contributors. I don't really like doing that though because you have to stay on top of it and it can be, how are we doing this in Ignite? Troubleshooting, do need that. Tips. Make sure you have a pool in the store that is an array of the type of the model type you want to store. Make sure other properties are references or safe references. Make sure to run the GC regularly. See the GC section above. Whoops. Okay, and we'll add more stuff there. Okay, for the reading, I might actually put a link to this. Check out the original live streams where Jamin built the first version of this. Let's see here. Links coming soon. So I'll put YouTube links to these, or maybe Derek could like do a pull request here. Further reading or further information. Learn more about Infinite Red. Learn about MobX-State-Tree. Does that not show up? Okay, so MobX-State-Tree. Here it is. Okay, learn about MobX-State-Tree. Okay. Feel free to join the Infinite Red community. Community.infinite.red to ask questions in our MobX-State-Tree channel. Join Jamin on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on his Twitch stream. Twitch.tv Jamin Holmgren to hang out while he works on React Native, MobX-State-Tree, and more. Okay. Actually, that is more of a this guy here. Yeah. It's pretty solid. No docs, because this is the docs. Okay, let's added readme. Now, we will need to add semantic release to this. And I have a lot of work to do. But let's do it. Because why not? I've been streaming for 3.5 hours and I'm still going strong. So what can I say? Plus I want to actually like publish this. And that's the best way to do it is with that. So let's give this a shot. So log into Circle CI. Wonder if I need to like hide it. Let me verify that, you know, there isn't like customer data in here. Projects. Oh, I still need to make the, okay, so let's do this. Hub, create, I guess. Nope, hold on. Hub, create, Infinite Red, MST reference pool. All right. It's not really a hidden array because it's not hidden, but that's okay. TypeScript, state management. What else? MobX. Okay. Just releases probably. And then we're gonna turn off wiki. Issues are fine. No project. Not gonna worry about discussions for now. Okay, that's what I like to do right there. Oh, MST reference pool is a MobX-State-Tree. Whoops. Don't want that. In any store. Use allows you to use references to model instances. That doesn't totally capture it, does it? Use to a pool of model instances in any store. So I like that. I should probably change it here too. A pool of model instances. Model instances everywhere. So I need to fix that. In any store. Okay. Whenever you have a frequently changing there's a feed of posts and also an optional current post. The thing with the feed is that you could scroll or refresh and then the current post would refer to a post that is no longer in the feed. This causes a reference error. I think you can make current post its own types maybe, but then when that post is in view for both the feed and the current post, now you have duplicate data and indenters. This is where MST reference pool shines. Pool. Do the same for a single reference. Just do store.add to pool and then set the reference. Add all to pool, find an existing instance with the same identifier. This prevents duplicate items in your pool. It's great, but without garbage collection, the pool will grow unbounded as the user scrolls through their feed. This is where the pool GC comes in. Add this action to your model, pass into pool GC any property where these posts might have a reference. Yeah, so 2 pools, and then you can just grab those both into your GC. So with reference pool, make sure you have a pool in the store that is an array of the model type you want to store. Make sure other properties or references are safe references. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I really described why you would use this well enough, but it's probably good enough for now. We could come back to this, you know, in the future. It's not bad. I mean, so, okay. So log into Circle CI. Let me go do all that. We got infinite red. Yeah, I do have some stuff in here that I probably shouldn't show, so I will do this. MST. Set up project. Okay, now I need to grab this, drop it in. Okay. Not yarn CI test, needs to be yarn test. I think I can show this now. Whoa. Okay. So let's see here. Do I need to chone? Don't feel like I need to. Okay, that's fine. Set up and test. Okay, so commit and run. The question is about may it work if you go back and try it again? Why? Okay, well, let's drop that into a Circle CI folder. Dot Circle CI. And then in here, it will be... I don't think I actually followed this properly. Let me go back here. Config.yaml. Okay. Don't need this. Got that already. Okay, yarn dev. So let's add this stuff. Add a publish job to the job to the jobs section of your Circle CI. So publish here. And a workflow. Okay. Not this one. So test and release. So not CI publish, I'm just going to do publish. And I do need an NPM token, that's right. Yeah, so let's see here. I'll add all that stuff later. So publish, yarn publish, and I actually need to do that in here as well. And the script publish is going to be semantic release, I think, but I could be wrong. Hold on. It's just yarn semantic release. Okay, sure. And then semantic release is just semantic release, which means I could just do this then. So I don't need to do publish. Okay, cool. Release configuration to your package JSON. So this is going to be under release in package JSON. Prettier. Okay. Got it. Add the npm token and that stuff. So MST, what is it? MST reference pool. And I guess I'll throw this off to the right here. npm-rc, definitely don't want to show that, so I'm gonna throw it over here. npm-rc. That would be very sucky if I revealed that. Add environment variable, and we're gonna call this npm token. Okay. Really quickly, I'm going to check something. Hold on a sec here. Okay. So then I also need a GitHub token. And then I just need to pull open, yeah, so let me unshare again. Apologies. And I just need to pull open one password and pull open the npm token or the GitHub token. Okay. This needs to be moved. This needs to be moved. It's in the wrong spot. Okay, there we go. Hey, King Variares? How you doing? Sorry, I'm hiding my screen right now. I'm just doing some like tokens. I need to like set up some environment variables, so I have to do that real quick. So this is going to be the GitHub token and drop that in there. And I just need to make sure I delete it from my... Okay. I think that worked. All right, cool. I can turn them back on. How's your Friday going? Oh, good. Yeah, no, it's going good. I'm actually almost 4 hours into the stream, but I'm still feeling good, so... All right, so we added the environment variables to this reference pool. And then we have to add the Circle CI GitHub team to my collaboration tab, I guess. So let me go to, what is it? Circle CI team. Including the Infinite Red Circle CI user to your repo. Okay, let me see here. Whoops. So let's see here. Add teams. So I got to add my Infinite Red. And I got to add our admins. Just going to be admin. And I'm going to add circle CI. There we go. Infinite rad circle CI user. Cool. So check get tags. All right. What do I expect to see here? Oh, it's not master, it's main. No tags. Okay. I don't know. There'll be no, if you publish, it'll default to 1.0.0, which is not what you want. Okay, so we do have to create a tag. What do we have here anyway? Oh, this is a circle. Okay. Circle CI setup. So we'll push that up, and then I'm going to make a tag. How do you make a tag? I always forget. Manual release, do that. Yarn publish. Yarn publish? Is that what we're looking for? What did I call it? CI publish or something? Yeah, delete this. That needs to go away for sure. Package JSON. I did call it publish. Probably shouldn't have called it publish. Probably should call it yarn CI publish. Well, let's try this. Yarn publish. 0.1.0. Maybe? And then I need to main. Okay, let's see if it's up on GitHub. If it is, then we're good to go. So it says 0 tags though. Why? Because like, how do you push? Git push tag. Doesn't transfer tags, so git push. So git push origin tags. Let's go make sure that that worked. Okay, 010 is there. Good. So good. I think we have what we need there. Let's just do this. Okay. So we're going to see if this actually is doing what it's supposed to do. Setup project. Oh, I have to do this. Yeah. Main. Okay, found it. Good. It's weird that it doesn't look on main. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Thought I definitely missed the stream as my meeting ran longer than expected. Wanted to see the live stream ever since I heard about it on React Native Radio. Yeah, awesome, King Various. I totally butchered that. King V. It's actually going really well right now, so, you know, what can I say? I didn't expect to be streaming this long today, but okay, what do we got? What do we got set up? Expected version 14. Okay, I think we can deal with that. Let's see here. CI. Oh, and I do need to actually update this to CI publish. So this will be Yarn CI, because Yarn publishes its own thing. I don't want to overwrite that. So let's look at what did they want? 14. 14.17. I don't know. Sure. Sounds good. Bump. CI node version. Push that up. Okay, this workflow is bad. Let me get back to the main. Should be running. It is. Good. Okay. Luckily, this should be relatively fast because it's such a tiny thing. Yeah, it's cool that you're listening to React Native Radio, King B. Fantastic. I love it. I love hearing that. Hey, setup's already done. Running tests. I like how fast this is. It's really cool. Assuming it's doing anything, right? Fix builds twice as fast. Tests are done. What? Is it not running? Did it not run? Setup, tests, publish. Workflows. Oh, only main. Not master. Okay, so. Push that. It is fast though. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We do have to test if pull requests work as well. So I'm gonna end this in about 13 minutes, whether I'm done or not. I'm hoping that I'm gonna be done and it'll actually publish. npm.org. No. What the frick? npm.com, is that what it is? No, it's npm. js.org. .com. So if I go here and I go mst reference pool, still running. It is running publish. Yeah. Okay, here it is. 1.0. One version. Run and publish. What does this say? Cannot read property name of undefined. Release branches are in the branches configuration. Oh, okay. Maybe this is in the release here. No. Okay. Let's see here. Name of undefined. A minimum of 1 and 3 are required in the branches configuration. Okay, let's go look at this. Okay, so it needs to be main. So this needs to be in So we have plugins. Where's plugins? Is plugins on the same? Yeah, it is. It's on the same. So if I go, just go main here. This needs to be updated from what we have. Strikes again. Okay. Luckily it's fast. That's all I can say. Luckily it's fast. It's fast. So these are 32, 36, 1 minute and 11. So it got a little further. It'd probably be minute 30, 90 seconds to release a new version. And then once I've got that all set up, then it's pretty straightforward to continue. Yeah. I gotta say my favorite part about this whole thing was the GitHub Copilot stuff. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Pretty happy about that. That was neat experience, in my opinion. Set up tests and publish. Now we're on publish. Spinning things up. So MST reference pool. We should get a tag as well, and I can like make a release out of it. Yeah, this needs to be updated for sure. Master to main. Okay, master to main in other places. Okay. Did that work? Did not. Got close. Got close. Got close. Oh, I know why. I need to add infinite red owner, I think. Okay, that needs to be added there. So npm. Let's see here. Except for the npm token I gave should work. Let me try this again here. Or, oh. Who's set as the owner here? Let me go back. Collaborators, me. But like, so if I do ignite CLI, what do we have like an infinite red owner thing here? It's collaborators, infinite red owner, yeah. So I need to do like npm owner add infinite red owner. Okay, let's see if that worked. Or what? Did it actually publish? No, it did not. It kind of did. It just failed on, so it pushed to here. Okay, that's good. Let's go look at releases, make sure that. Why are there no releases? So it had 1.1, but it failed. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it has the other one there. I don't know if that is... Okay, yeah, maybe that's it. MST reference pool. Let's edit the environment variables. Or NPM token. And I'm going to have to pull this from 1Password and stuff like that. So I'm going to, again, hide my screen just for a second. Don't worry. I will be back. And grab from 1Password semantic release token from NPM. Grabbing that, add, and it should be NPM token, and drop that in. Okay. Now I don't know what else to do here. I feel like I've done what I need to do. So let's kick this off again. I'm gonna do the git commit thing. Push that up, and then let's watch CI. See what happens. Because this looks like credentials, yeah. So it's not liking our credentials, but I did add the right, hopefully the right credentials now. I'm hoping. We'll see. Wow, test's already done. I'm going to publish already. So let's see what it's doing here. Yeah, it's moving. Man, that's fast. Look at this. 20002-8. Holy crap, that's fast. I love it. Refresh. There it is. Let's see if it did it over here. There it is. Testing CI release. Okay, so fantastic. We can now do that. Let's do a branch here. Test PR. And we'll git commit again. And we'll push up. And we'll go to... not this one. All right, come on. GitHub.com infinite red MST reference pool. And there's a test PR. Testing PR CI. Create the pull request. Let's see what happens here. Circle CI is going. Good. Let's see how fast this is. Done. Okay. Okay. appears that it's working, but you know, just making sure that it kind of goes through the whole process here. Let's see when this pops up. Uh-oh, it's 2 o'clock. Racing the clock. I really need to go get some lunch, though. I've had very little food today. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. Oh, looky there. Bang. Yep. Whew. What do y'all think? Took 4 hours. Plus a couple hours, 2-3 hours, something like that before, so 6 hours total. But we have it end-to-end. We have setup. We've got tests. Goes through and tests a bunch of stuff. Well, it tests it. Anyway, this isn't the best way to do a test. To be completely honest. This should be in a before block, and it should, you know, like... Or actually, we could probably just drop it into the test block here, you know. But, hey, it's tests, though. And hey, it was written by GitHub Copilot, so... Don't be too critical. Thank you, Derek. I'm actually wanting to try this on a real project. So, very curious what people think. I'm going to post it in our channel and ask people to try it out. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me for 4 hours. It was great. And I will not be here next week. So, I guess we'll see you on the Monday after. I think that's the 8th. And I'm planning to move to 10 a.m. to noon is my new schedule. So keep an eye out for that. And we'll see you all later.